Shalom, shalom, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hate doing videos like this, but I have to do it because I'm receiving a lot of hate into my inbox, but you know, I'm happy. I'm glad that it's coming. I'm not really upset, but I'm just happy that it's happening. Even more so because that means that what I'm saying is agitating the brain, your system, your mind. What I'm saying is causing you to have to consider, and it's making you move about. And I like that. So what is the issue that's going on? The issue is that people think that I'm causing them to move away from YahwehBenYahweh or the thoughts of YahwehBenYahweh. I'm not causing you to move away from YahwehBenYahweh or the thoughts of YahwehBenYahweh. That's my mentor. I love YahwehBenYahweh. But YahwehBenYahweh himself is causing you to move, but you still stuck. You won't move because you're not listening to him. I really believe that people are listening to YahwehBenYahweh just to listen to him. They're not listening to him to actually learn or pick anything from him and use it, plant it, and let it grow. Because YahwehBenYahweh said in the same video that I posted, well, let's listen to what he said. Why you still in darkness? Let's see why he said you still in darkness. Let's listen.
Still walking in darkness. You just partly in the light. You really just looking in my light. You're not walking in your little light. You walking in my light. You just see me.
See? Look at that. You stuck in darkness because you refuse to see your little light. You remain focused on Yahweh. That's why you post nothing but YahwehBenYahweh. You talk nothing but YahwehBenYahweh. That's showing that you can't move. You unable to move, but yet you want me to believe and you want other people to believe that you have been raised up, that you have been lifted up by YahwehBenYahweh, that YahwehBenYahweh caused you to raise like the widow's son. You haven't been raised, because in order to be raised, you wouldn't be constantly looking to something or to someone. You be raised up 90 degrees, standing up on your own, ready to move. That's what YahwehBenYahweh is told me. He wants to see your works. He don't want to see his works constantly that he did, all his hard labor. Yes, he wants you to publish it, but yet at the same time, he wants to see your works. Like he said in the Day of Atonement or the Day of Atonement class, one day I'm going to require, or I'm going to ask you, where is my word in you? You can show him all about where the word is in him. But what about the word in you? Where is the word in you? Where's your works? Don't come talking about buildings and all that stuff like that, because see, I've never seen YahwehBenYahweh out there painting a building, never seen YahwehBenYahweh out there building a building. Show me a picture where he's building a building. Show me a picture where he's in the bank signing the checks. Show me where YahwehBenYahweh is in there signing checks to buy a building. No, you're going to show me somebody else that was signing and purchasing the building in Yahweh's name, but yet in their name. Because see, had YahwehBenYahweh been the one doing all of this purchasing and buying and everything like that, then he would have been caught up in a situation with Sister Judith, and Sister Judith wouldn't have had to go to prison. They wouldn't have been calling her, you know, the financial wizard. Praise Yahweh. But this is the thing. Let's listen to YahwehBenYahweh again. Let's get back to this. What did Yahweh say?
Still walking in darkness. You just partly in the light. You really just looking in my light. You're not walking in your little light. You walking in my light. You just see me. And you awed by the light of YahwehBenYahweh. And I'm saying, I know I'm royal. And you say, right.
How long are you going to be awed by the light of YahwehBenYahweh? When are you going to be awed with the light within yourself? See, because there's a scripture, and it's in Revelation chapter 22, verse 5, that describes how there will be no more need of the sun. Why? Because you're going to have Yahweh for one, and then it's going to be a light within yourself that you have. He did his job. He came. He woke you up to the name Yahweh. Let's go back. Let's listen to him again. Let's listen to him again.
And I'm saying, I know I'm royal. And you say, right. And I gave you Matthew 5:48. That you must be just as royal as I am. I told you. You saw that. You must be perfect just like your Father. Yahweh is perfect. In heaven. You must be.
I want you to notice in this class, what I really want you to check out and see is how he said you need to be perfect just like your Father. Yahweh. Not him. He's not pointing the finger to him. He's pointing the finger to Yahweh, the Father. That's why he's directing you to the Father, because that's what the Father wants. The Father wants you to be perfect like him, not like his Son. Not like his Son. Royal, I want to check out Royal real quick. I want you to go to Royal and read a synonym of Royal for me real quick so we can hear just a little bit of what royal is all about. Just a little bit.
Royal, aristocratic, august, authoritative, baronial, commanding, dignified.
Listen to this. You have to be authoritative. YahwehBenYahweh just said in that little clip that you have to be just as royal as he is. So you got to be just as authoritative as he is.
Elevated.
Hold it. You got to be just as elevated as he is. How am I going to know how elevated you are if you keep talking to me about YahwehBenYahweh? I know how he is, like he said on the video, like he said on the class. I know I'm royal, but what about you? What about you? Where is your videos? Where is your classes? Where is your sect? Where's your organization? What have you founded? What have you made? Where's your group? Where's your people? Where's your 144,000? Oh, well, the son is supposed to be the only one to gather 144,000. Aren't you a son? Aren't you a son of YahwehBenYahweh? Aren't you fulfilling John chapter 1, verse 12? And being a son, becoming a son, but yet you still are a son, a child of the Most High. And at the same time, you're supposed to be fulfilling Psalms 82:6. So where is your 144,000? Where are your people? I really don't want to see them, but see, you causing all this to happen, and I have to question you now. Because see, you can come and see what I do. You can come and see what I'm giving. And I'm not going to give you a terrestrial situation because I don't deal with terrestrial situations. I deal with it on a personal level, behind closed doors, with personal people, because I'm not trying to make a show. That's not what it's about. It's not about a show. And I'm not about making a show in that fashion. Not in that fashion, I'm not. But listen, let's go back to royal. Because you have to be just as royal as Yahweh. Ben-Yahweh. But yet, you're supposed to be looking towards the Father. So being that your mind is stuck right there. And like he said, you fascinate, you in awe with him. And he steady talk to you and you be like, right. I know who you like. You like that part with Eddie Murphy when they were trying to tell him on Trading Places that the stuff is his. Matter of fact, let's look at that. Let's look at that.
Well, William, what do you think?
I like it, Randy. It's very nice. I like the way you got the mirrors and stuff hooked up over there. It's very pretty. I like that. I like that mirror.
I don't think he understands, Randolph.
Over Monty, I do understand.
William.
Yes.
This is your home.
Uh-huh. Right.
It belongs to you.
Yeah, all this is mine. I like my home. It's very nice. I have very nice taste in houses. I like
Everything you see in this room is yours now.
Uh-huh. This is my stuff.
Your own personal property.
Yeah, my own personal shit.
You understand?
This is mine. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you know what I like most about my place, Randy? The curtains, man. Look at the curtains. It's beautiful the way I got this place set up, man. This is something else. I like it. The cabinets and whatnot. Beautiful. I suppose, you're gonna just give me this TV set for free, huh, Randy?
That's right.
Uh-huh. Everything in here is mine, huh? Oh, I guess the cereal is mine free too, huh?
Absolutely.
This is too much for me, man. You know, I can really dig this, Randy. You know why? This kind of thing happens to me every week.
This is your house. These are your personal possessions. You will only be stealing from yourself.
Now look at that. No matter what they kept telling him, no matter how many times they kept telling him that that was his stuff, he was stealing from himself. He wasn't hearing them. And that's how you are. You're not hearing what is being said to you. You're so busy and focused and thinking that you know what you're doing, that you know what you're talking about, that you're not listening. You're not hearing what's being said to you. It is yours. Let's go back to, just like they was telling Eddie Murphy, it's his. Let's go back to Abba saying the same thing. Let's go back to YahwehBenYahweh saying the same thing. Let's see what he say about it. The same thing. Let's listen, because it's yours. Let's see what he say.
The sovereignty and power of God Yahweh.
The sovereignty and power of Yahweh. Right in your dictionary. Is yours. That's your inheritance. The sovereignty and power of Yahweh is your inheritance. Boy, I don't know why you... Yes, I do. I guess I do. I'm going to say it again. The sovereignty and power of Yahweh is your inheritance.
How about that? How about that? He's telling you the same thing. It's yours. And you must do the same thing. So I should be seeing works from you or from all of you everywhere. I should be able to bump into it. I shouldn't hear no more about you throwing names. I shouldn't hear no more about you throwing nobody else's name but your own. Because you love YahwehBenYahweh so much that you trying to fulfill what he say. Don't come giving me no scriptures about a whole bunch of stuff. You just heard it from his own mouth, what you supposed to be doing. So here it is. I want to see what you're doing. Let me see, just like you can see what I'm doing as far as me doing the same thing like he was doing and giving the word, giving the mind of YahwehBenYahweh, giving that self-expression, showing that you are capable of founding something on your own. How else is the kingdom going to be built if it don't fulfill or fall into place with Daniel 2:44 and break apart? You still in that mindset of thinking it's going to be just one kingdom. And that's going to be the one that's going to break apart peace and happily. I've never seen nothing break that looks peaceful. Things that break look raggedy, real edgy, and it can cut you. In order for it to break, it had to went through a violent situation. And it caused a division. That means that it's going to be looking different than the next part. So that means whatever you got going is definitely going to look different. But yet we come from the same cloth, the same glass, the same bench, the same whatever you want to say it is. We come from it, but we look different. That's the same as our names would be different. Our sound would be different. Everything about us would be different. But yet we are what we are. And we're giving what we're giving from the same source, no matter what. Because that's what's put in you to do what you're supposed to do. I love you, Yahweh. I love you, Yahweh. This is the truth given to you. Not a whole bunch of stuff given to you from the scriptures where, you know, people love to battle back and forth with some scriptures. I'm not going to do that with you. I gave it to you straight from his mouth. And you're only going to live by every word that's come from his mouth. So if you want to ride with that, so you best listen to what your mentor is telling you. He my mentor too, but you best listen to what your mentor is trying to tell you. Stop being awed so much with YahwehBenYahweh. Stop walking and worrying about or trying to walk in his light and worry about your little light. And make it happen. Praise Yahweh. Yes, Yahweh. Shalom.